en route to the next... capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. The next key awaits you.
I can't leave until I've helped Selina choose her key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this. Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Selina's waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
This scarecrow's gonna try again. Only if he's got some gas to spare. Ivy took care of the whole batch. Yeah, maybe. When I...
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt.
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities. Goodness, you've figured it out already. Well, you better grab that key and be on your way. There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line. All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank you. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
Great news, Bats. I was just hanging out in hell, you know, 'cause you killed me and sent me there, and you never guessed who I saw. That's right, your dead girlfriend, Talia al Ghul. Now, don't worry, I asked.
That freaking bat tank fires non-lethal rounds. It's like getting punched by an angry gorilla.
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
Unexamined life is not worth living, Detective. And I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud detective, a dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? That's one, Batman. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth.
I
I did it! I actually did it! I mean, of course I did. Good. As expected. Look at you, detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as Catwoman's chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friends? You know what? I wanted you to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there! Struggling, detective? I'm afraid you're running several minutes behind my projections. This is why my projections were off. I failed to consider both your incompetence and your stupidity as two distinct variables. Apologies, detective. I will recalculate post-haste. Up to the precise degree my equations predict. Careful on your way out.
Hey, Eddie. Can't we play a different game? Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating. And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key. Well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
I have always been the smartest man in the room, detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swooned. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Selina's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
think maybe I gotta sniff that gas. Why can tell what all this mess...
You're back.
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing.
Well,
Let's get to the next
hello
room,
again
okay?
to my
Before my head
favorite
explodes.
comedy double act. I'd just like to say what a novelty it's been constructing riddle chambers for 2 half-wits instead of 1. Why, that's practically a whole wit between you. Dark Knight, when you failed your feline friend and are done mourning over her headless corpse, perhaps we'll do this again with, Robin? Or maybe that prodigal son of yours over in Bloodhaven.
The gap in the wall? I could reach it with a pounce.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls? If it doesn't.
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist. Twist. Did that hurt, Catwoman? Good. That pain is what stupidity feels like.
Done on this side.
Oh, Eddie, you're going to feel very, very stupid when I catch up with you.
Congratulations. And now your reward. Robots.
You can do this! Stay with me! Try and keep up.
Fine. The key. Take the key. I suppose you just about earned it.
When I get out of here, I'm sticking this collar around Eddie's neck.
Well, how clever the pair of you must feel. How smug. Well, I hate to intrude upon this miserable little moment of victory, but I wanted you to be aware you're very unlikely to see one another again. Catwoman, the Batman will fail you, because waiting for him beneath Ranelagh Ferry Terminal is my greatest trial.
Batman, are we?
Don't let what Riddler said get to you.
Eddie is an idiot, but he's an idiot who built...
This is your chance with Catwoman, Batsy. She's vulnerable, trapped in a band.
Ranelagh Ferry Terminal. Okay, Riddler. This game ends now.
Speaking of which, I went back to the afterlife to...
Looks like it's all on Scarecrow. Oh crap! He's coming after us!
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're done for, at least. I must admit that I'm feeling quite charitable at the moment of my triumph. So I will give you a choice. Rather than carry on towards your humiliation and death, I will simply let you drive away in return for a signed statement testifying towards my superior intelligence and conceding that I have utterly checkmated you. Oh, the cat will remain a hostage, of course. A symbol of your failure. My, you're actually going to attempt it. Very well. But this is my finest work, Detective. My masterpiece, my Enigma Resistance. So, let us take that inexplicably life-size children's toy for its final drive. This is it, Dark Knight. Your Tudoberg, your Bay of Pigs, your ultimate defeat. To clarify, Detective, this bit is not the surprise. Impossible! That cannot be! You should have fallen to your death. I calculated the curvature precisely. I've got the equations right here! I don't understand. How are you still alive? Oh, of course. You got lucky, didn't you? It was luck. Luck! The kindly lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my equations now, can I? I'm not a homeopath. No! This isn't right. This isn't possible. This isn't happening. I am the Riddler, and you shall not defeat me! Since you cannot even be counted on to kill yourself, I will do it for you. I'm controlling the mechanisms now. Controlling mechanism. You'll make a mistake. Of course you will. I know you will. Make your peace, Dark Knight. This really is it. It has to be. Stop not dying! Hurry up, Detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. I knew it! I knew you'd fail! To think you had me worried. How embarrassing. Don't tell anyone. I want you to know, Detective, that I'm recording all your attempts at this for posterity. And for my social media presence, of course. Goodbye. Come on, Detective. It's a linear course. my time, it's several times more precious than yours. You did it. You did it. The key. Now you collect the key. Those are the rules.
Okay, almost there. And here we go.
After all.
Oh, that's it. No more.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You are now free. Free to take my final exam.
To take my final
exam.
Eddie, I didn't know you'd started cheating. I'm disappointed.
I dissemble. I artfully obfuscate. But I do not cheat. As you and Batman will discover when you attempt my final riddle room. Riddle room. Do you have a photographic memory, Detective? Because I do. I can summon your sneering features at will. That is when they don't burst unbidden into my brain. I have perfect recall, too. I can remember every time you've hurt me. Sometimes I wake up, Dark Knight, to the feel of your hands around my neck, your carbon fiber-coated fists smashing into my solar plexus. How dare you brutalize me? Me! Your intellectual superior. You're better. Me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and the world's greatest everything. You're a thug, Detective, a bullying emblem of the arrogant notion that might makes right. Come back to the orphanage, where I will end you and the unjust things you stand for.
Now's my chance to free Selina from the orphanage. This game has gone on long enough.
Agreed, sir. Best of luck.
Oh, God. What's he doing? What's he doing? Tailing us. Keep driving. I'm saying that giant freaking arm...
How have you been?
Perfect. Eddie hasn't said a word since you left that last course. Do you ever rub people the right way? This is it. One last hoop to jump through. Then I'm free to rob Gotham blind. I mean, you know, make sure everyone...
Meet the Riddle Square, a puzzle which draws influence from both late 20th century puzzle cubes and mid-15th century torture devices.
If Eddie wanted us to play a game of life-size chess, he could have left us more pieces.
I don't think that was the idea.
Congratulations! Now let's cut to the best part.
Selina, watch out! Get ready!
Damn him! How is that a riddle, Eddie? Seriously.
You get used to it.
Ah! Beginner's luck. Let's intensify proceedings.
Still not a riddle, Eddie.
You just haven't figured it out yet.
This is it. This is the end. The final riddle.
It's done. Keys by the entrance. Let's go.
You smooth talker, you. Give me a second to compose myself. You know what the worst thing about this was? It looked cheap. Well, handsome, what are we waiting for? So is it just Central Gotham that's evacuated? Or are the mansions empty too?
Scarecrow threatened the entire city, Selina.
Peter! You fraud! You chancing, bumbling amateur! Look what you have reduced me to, Master. You cannot simply bow down when confronted with your object, and I will stoop to your pathetic pugilistic level and make you! I designed this suit to perfectly defend myself against your violent excesses, so please understand, Dark Knight, that this is an intellectual victory above all. Can't think it did that the...
Bring it down!
You think me outwitted? Prepare to be outbeaten! I'll atomize you!
Come on!
I'll subtract you from this equation! Riddle me this! You think you're smarter than me? Enough! This is beneath me. You are beneath me. You want to finish this, detective? Then you must earn the privilege. Solve every last riddle in this city and I'll fight you, Batman, but not a moment before.
Or we could just leave you down there, Eddie. Come on, Batman. This cat wants to prowl. Fresh air, freedom, and darkness. Perfect.
Well, Dark Knight, it seems you have earned the right to die at my mechanical hands. But let us be clear. We do not meet as equals. In fact, you literally have not a hope of victory. Oh, I wish I could say that I have found this one-sided rivalry of ours intellectually stimulating, but in truth, I grew bored of you long ago. Killing you here will finally liberate me to engage in more edifying pursuits. Goodbye, detective. You will be neither missed nor remembered.
Prepare for disintegration!
Riddle me this. What's mechanical, homicidal, and red all over? Have failed, detective!
You shall be ashes!
Hi, diddle diddle, answer this riddle.
Die, father! I mean, Batman! Burn, Batman!
You are bested, you are conquered, and you are mine! Thank you, Batman, for teaching me the effectiveness of violence tonight!
Sorry, Eddie, but it looks like you're cheating to me.
No! What are you doing here? This is not your fight, cat!
Eddie, sweetie, you invited me, remember? And then you tied me to a chair.
Moron!
Didn't have to come.
And you act like I'm ungrateful.
I will beat you! Arise, my pretties! No, my plan! My plan! Strong now! Hit it again, go on!
You will fall before me!
Time for a change!
You shouldn't be here! You shouldn't have got this far! You shall be ashes!
Be my guest.
Which color do you prefer?
You cheated! I will forcibly extract its infection!
It was perfect! My perfect victory! I don't think you'll be solving this one. Riddle me this. What's mechanical, homicidal, and red all over? Well, color me triumphant. Fail, detective. Solve this one. How I love to see you run. Nope. Try again.
All yours.
How did you do it? How did you solve them hallucinations? No, no, no! My plan! My plan! Pinhead! Moron! Can you keep up? Die, mediocrity! I'll atomize you!
Keep them coming!
So many riddles! There's no way you solved them all! I cannot be beaten! It was perfect! My perfect victory! This color suits them. I diddle answered this riddle. Can't think and hit at the same time. Fight like you have half a brain.
Bring it down!
Shouldn't have come back, Cat. Your presence was not part of my projection. Keeping up?
You can do this! You spoil me.
An intellectual overmatch. You won't beat me! Idiot! Hit it again. Go on. Diddle, diddle. You solved all my riddles? How?
About time!
Prepare for disintegration! You cannot defeat me!
Thanks, Selena, for the daring last-minute rescue. It was very heroic.
Where am I? What's happening to me?
You're a smart man, Edward. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
No, no. You cheated. Catwoman cheated. She stole my victory from me.
A fight I couldn't win? That doesn't even fit your definition of playing fair.
It was fair. If you weren't able to bypass the robot's multi-layer encryption, decipher their unique operating system, and reprogram them mid-battle, that doesn't mean you get to call in assistance.
You need help.
I never need help with anything!
Well, riddle me this. Was Green proud and ass kicked all over?
How exceedingly droll. I won't be needing a lawyer, you jumped-up security guard. I will represent myself. You forget, you bothersome bat. Every time you overcome my puzzles, I learn that little bit more about you. Soon enough, there will be a riddle that leaves you dead.
Good for you, Bat. Eddie doesn't need psychiatric help. No, no, no. Beat him up, lock him up. That's the best medicine.
You may be an expert in the art of killing things, Wilson, but you'll find I'm an...
Only puzzle I ever had to solve.